Go. Okay. Today we are going to make a peanut butter cake in the pressure cooker, and I'll tell you. Wait, I'll tell you, when I saw this recipe first, I thought a cake in the pressure cooker, and I love the pressure cooker, but the joy of the pressure cooker is that it keeps everything really moist, right? And so my thought was, I'm going to make a cake in the pressure cooker, and it's going to be this big ball of goo. And so I have a girls' weekend away, and we go away every year in January. And I told them, I said, I'm going to make you all a cake tonight, but I'm just warning you that it may just be a big ball of goo and we won't like it. And they were like, what's happening? They don't care. So we made it, and it was delicious. So I'm going to show you all how I make it. I will also let you know that I don't cook at parties. So whenever I get in front of people and have to do this, it always seems a bit awkward. But I'm going to cook for you all. And then you can make this at home. Okay, so the peanut butter cake. It's super easy. Our pressure cooker, Lynn talked about our pressure cooker earlier. Our pressure cooker does great things for meat. I'm going to talk a little bit more about it while it's cooking, and I'll tell you a little bit more about the pressure cooker. But it's, don't want to dump that right in the pressure cooker. That would be weird. See, I don't follow directions very well either. So I'm going to take our Power Chef, and it calls, and I'm going to use our Power Chef to mix it. You could just mix it in a bowl, but I'm going to mix it using the paddle attachment in our Power Chef. One thing about the Power Chef for me is that I'm kind of a wimp, and so if I get it too thick, it's hard for me to pull the string, okay? So I always start by putting my liquid ingredients in first. Which the recipe calls for, can't dump that cake mix, that would be bad. 3 eggs, and it says mix the cake mix, the eggs, a cup of water, peanut butter, and because we're using Reese's Minis, because this is a peanut butter cupcake, I bought Reese's peanut butter. I didn't even know they made this stuff. Like, yum. So this is not healthy. If you're looking for a healthy dessert alternative, this is not it at all. Okay, your peanut butter, and it calls for a half a cup of peanut butter. This is all nerve-wracking for me. I know you guys don't maybe see that, but and butter. I called for a 1/3 cup of butter. We'll post the recipe in the comments afterwards, and those that are here live, I did bring some recipes for you to take home with you. We may have to make some more copies. And then the cake mix. And like I said, I just put the liquid ingredients in first because I feel like it makes it not so hard to pull. Another hint, so these little teeth go into our Power Chef. Make sure that it's in evenly all the way around, like that you get it all the way in and locked tight. Otherwise, when you go to pull the string, it will be weird. So then I just mix it by pulling the string. I don't know how many of you have ever used the paddle attachment. I think the majority of us use the chopper, and we use this to make salsa, or we chop onions or whatever. But it works great for like cake mixes. It works great for making pancake batter, and it's a much bigger workout. Like I said, I'm kind of a wimp, so.
Everybody else was going really fast, Heidi.
You know what? We have a volunteer from the audience that wants to come and try this out.
I was just saying.
It's hard.
They had finer ingredients. That's what it was. Mm-hmm. Was it so hard?
Mm-hmm. Be nice to me. I'll whine. So see, our cake batter, it's all nice and mixed up. And like I said, you can do this in a Vatsa bowl. You could do it in whatever you have. But if I'm going to a party and I'm going to demo products, I'm going to try to demo as many products as I can. When I'm at a party and I'm talking about the measuring cups, I would tell at the party about our measuring cups that we have a 2/3 a cup and we have a 1/4 cup, which a lot have a 1/4 cup. I mean the 2/3 and the 3/4. Thank you, Heather. Because I want them to know what's different about our measuring cups. I also want them to know that the interior of our measuring cups is really smooth, so it's easy to scoop things out of. Because that's a big selling point, that stuff doesn't stick in our measuring cups. You ever tried to put peanut butter in a measuring cup and have it just become this big sticky, like it will not come out? I would talk about our spatulas. Our silicone spatulas, really easy to clean. They go in the dishwasher and they're good to 400 degrees. So there's all kinds of different products here that I would use if I'm at a party and I'm going to demo this at the party. Okay, but if all you have is your kit, then you have a bowl because you got the impression set of bowls and you got the Power Chef and maybe you got a pressure cooker as a prize, or you invested in one expensive item for your kit and you bought the pressure cooker. Maybe it was your Say Yes off or something like that. So I would demo those things, but you got a spatula, you got measuring cups, you got the Power Chef. This is all stuff in your kit that you can easily demo when you don't have to have a lot of stock. Because I know that's another concern a lot of times is, well, what if I just don't have a bunch in my stock? I can't possibly go and cook at a party because I don't have a lot of stuff, right? But pretty much everything I'm using is stuff that you got in your kit, with the exception of the pressure cooker. Okay, so it does say to set aside 2/3 cup of the batter. And the batter makes it really, really nice. This is the part I didn't pay much attention to last time. I just kind of did my own thing. And since we're at the studio, I grabbed a vent and serve bowl because, well, it was easy. Okay, and then pour half the remaining cake batter in the base of the pressure cooker. So it says to put about half of this in the base of the pressure cooker. And when I made it before, I just kind of threw it in there and went with it. Can somebody do me a favor? I put the dirty things in there to the top to this. I need those back. So if you could wash them off for me really quick, that would be really great. Okay, because once again, I wasn't. Okay, so it just says to pour half the remaining cake batter into the base of the pressure cooker, drizzle a 1/4 cup of chocolate syrup over the batter. Sprinkle in 8-ounce bags of Reese's peanut butter. And I'm going to actually do this in a couple layers because I want to. Oh, look, there's a whole new one. Yeah. Okay. Then it says add. See, look, I'm following directions really well. This is just proving to you all that I don't read. So, okay, add another 1/4 cup of chocolate syrup to the 2/3 part batter. So, because, and that was just in the butter dish, wasn't in anything. I just need the, I'm bringing it back. So slow.
I don't know who took it apart.
There you go. I actually just need this part.
Are you serious?
Hey. Okay, make sure I get it all in there. See, I'm not sure that I have that. All
It's not in.
It's not in.
I think the peanut butter.
Okay, but now I can't get this open because my hands are too greasy. I need Vanna to be here with me to help me. Like those professionals in the kitchen, I can't even get it off now. Right?
See, this should be open. This is where you put all your dirty stuff.
Do I just throw it under there?
Can
Okay.
you take this off?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I can't get it off altogether.
Look at, see, I told you I'm a wimp. Okay, so it says to add a 1/4 cup. I didn't do this last time. I like dumped half of it in there and put some stuff and then put some more cake mix and I'm like trying to follow the directions. I don't think that's enough cake batter, but we'll just go with it. Here, oh, you need to come and pull this because you told me how.
Oh my goodness, with peanut butter?
Yeah.
I didn't say I did it really fast earlier. Hold on.
Look at how fast she did it.
Yeah, it doesn't. Oh, this is why. You got the one without the grip on the bottom.
Oh, that's the whole problem.
That's it.
You know what? If it had the grip on it,
It would
pretty
stay
sure
still
it would
and you
stay
could pull it
still.
stronger. Yeah.
I know. This is like the comedy show here.
It's very important to have all of your material.
Okay, so then it says to pour this over the first layer. And you know what, honestly, I don't think this all really matters. Just kind of like put it in there, layer it, cook it. It's all gonna be in the same place. Okay, then you put some more of this, the vanilla one. And you kind of swirl it together in there. I'll try to hold it up so you can kind of see that it's swirly. I don't know if you can see that. See how pretty and swirly it is? And then I done some more Reese's on it. Said, if you read this instructions, you're gonna go, those instructions did not say anything like that. Okay. And then you put the rest of the batter on. This is like the messiest recipe. I don't think I'd do this at a party. It might be a big mess. Or it'd be fun. See how messy we could get their kitchen? Because then it's not my kitchen.
Got it. See?
Okay, and then it says to drizzle some chocolate syrup over it. I should have made it like a fun Tupperware thing. I know, you guys are. And then you put some more Reese's on top. Told you it was a peanut butter cake, right? Okay, so now we've done all these layers. Oh, and it says to drizzle another 8-ounce bag of Reese's. I don't know, that's a lot of Reese's. Should we use that many Reese's? Well, the frosting in itself is already.
You're gonna frost it the side?
Oh, you'll see. It's very yummy. Okay, I'm gonna put some more Reese's in here because that's what it says to do. So there it is. Our Reese's cake. Okay, our pressure cooker. I have a dessert one and I have a regular one because I like to have two. Because when I've made my dinner, I want to, while my dinner's cooking, I want to make dessert at the same time. So I actually have two of them. But you line up the arrows, twist it, lock the handle down. That locks it and makes it good and tight. It's actually got quite a few safety things. So while this is cooking, I'll talk about the safety things. I don't know if Linda
I have to
earlier,
put
but-
something in the oven now.
Yes, so this needs to go in the microwave for 10 minutes.
10 minutes.
Regular
Yes.
power? Regular power for 10 minutes. Okay, now that I've made a total disaster here, I don't know where my helper is cleaning up my mess.
Hey, I was
Man,
cleaning up. What's in this stuff? Because I like to eat them.
there's eggs.
You go ahead.
There's
Go
eggs. Well,
Go ahead.
go for it. Peanut butter, chocolate, raw eggs.
That's all it was. I might eat that.
Okay, so our pressure cooker, a couple things to know about the pressure cooker is that it does get under very high pressure, but it's got some safety features that are really great. One of them is that rubber seal that I was talking about. If you were to take the lid off too early, the rubber seal would drop and that breaks the seal so that it stays extra safe. It also has a little rubber gasket here. That steam comes out. If you were to open it, the steam would shoot out that little rubber gasket. Or it would fall down into the pot actually and release all that steam right away. But it's got this little yellow, I don't know, you can really see that little yellow tab. And when that is up, that means it's fully under pressure. Whenever we are done with our microwave cooking it, we wait until that little yellow thing goes down, and then that means the pressure's been released. The other thing is when you saw me lock it and you lock this handle down, this lid is not coming off with this handle locked. It's got a couple really good locking features. So it's very, very safe. I remember when I was little, my mom had a pressure cooker. And I don't know if anybody else grew up with a pressure cooker with their mom and it had the little metal thing on it that would rattle. Like, you remember that? It would whistle and the thing would rattle and you had to stay out of the kitchen because half the time it would shoot off and go through the ceiling. We had little dents in the ceiling from whenever the pressure cooker thing. I know you're young.
Who's in a war zone?
Kind of was a war zone, but that's what we had when we were little. And now we've got a really safe pressure cooker. So, that's not really declining. Kirsten's live and her phone's ringing. So. Okay, so the other thing is making the frosting. So the frosting is simply powdered sugar, milk, and peanut butter. So I brought powdered sugar and I was gonna make it in our chop and prep. I know the camera's a little like, you can't really see what I'm doing, but so this is really fun because it's just gonna make a big disaster here when I dump the powdered sugar. Now, you can't see here, but I put my finger over the little part where the gear goes in because I don't want powdered sugar going in that gear, or this may not go in there very well. Okay, so powdered sugar, 3 tablespoons of milk,
Oh, show where the gears.
You are so helpful. Thank you. 3 tablespoons. I don't have any tablespoons.
We struggle. Oh, wait.
I think we do. This is definitely not Martha's kitchen.
You just have to add up. That's a half. You can, just like.
Okay.
I don't know. I went somewhere for a little while. Things got moved.
3 tablespoons.
Needs to do 6 if she's doing a half.
I'm like, wait a minute.
We're gonna do math tonight.
Okay, and then 3 tablespoons of peanut butter. I am actually just gonna get a spoon and scoop some peanut butter in there.
That's what you think.
If I could find a
found one?
spoon. I did find a spoon. Yeah, it might work, it might not work, but this is what we're going with. Just get on. Now I just put the peanut butter all over it. Look at that! You doubters. Peanut butter, powdered sugar, and a little bit of milk. So, and that's the frosting we're going to use to drizzle over the cake when we take it out. Now it's all over. No, it's landed because I'm not cooking anymore. Oh, this is true. This is kind of nice. I like having somebody alongside. Could you come home to my kitchen and just live there from now on? And, whenever I cook, you just clean up after me.
Sure. We only have one rag, so you gotta go quicker.
Actually, there's a whole bunch of
But I know.
That's a nice one.
Yeah, this is the nice one.
Okay, how much time do we have on that? 5 minutes. Okay. So since I have to kill 5 minutes of time, one other thing that I was going to talk about that has nothing to do with this is our cookware. Huh? Go ahead. Oh my goodness. Is she behind me like making faces and stuff? That would be like really so much fun. It's going to make this the most entertaining video of all time. Okay, so our cookware is chef grade cookware. It is adenized, and what adenized aluminum means is that, see how it's black on the outside? It's a way of them heating it and adenizing it. It makes the outside non-stick. So we not only have a PFOE-free non-stick surface on the inside, which is really, really important because remember Teflon in the old days, they would say it was bad for you. Although I didn't die from it, but we don't have Teflon anymore. It's a PFOE-free non-stick coating, but being adenized also makes the outside non-stick because you've seen how messy I am and how stuff boils over in my kitchen is like a common occurrence. If this was not non-stick, my hands would just be a complete disaster. Sorry. Good thing she's my friend, right? The other thing about these is that they have riveted handles. The handles aren't going to get all wonky. I don't know if you've noticed ever with cheaper cookware, the handles get all kind of wonky and it wobbles and it's weird. The handles are a stay cool hollow core handle. So if you're cooking on the stove top, the handle will stay cool. Now I'm going to tell you this is stovetop to oven safe. So if you put it in your oven, and if you're like, there's candy here, and you pull it out of your oven and you grab the pan, the handle will be hot when it comes out of the pan because it's been in the oven. However, you were saying it wasn't that hot after 5
That was not me. That was someone else. I was saying I don't.
Lies. She tells lies. So I may have taken mine out of the oven at one point in time and dropped it because it got hot. It was hot because I forgot that this was hot. But one of the things that I love to do on a Saturday morning is I will take and I'll put a cube of butter and some fresh fruit in here and I'll saute the fresh fruit. And then I blend in the blender 4 eggs. I believe it's a 1/4 cup milk. And I blend that all up and then I dump it in here and I put it from the stovetop after I've sauteed with the butter and yumminess. I take the eggs and the milk, and the flour. 1/4 cup flour, 1/4 cup milk, and 3 or 4 eggs. pour it in here. Then I take this straight and I take it from my stovetop and I put it in the oven, and it makes a fabulous fruit-filled Dutch baby, and it all puffs up around the sides. And it's really exciting for the kids to come down and know that mom's made Dutch babies. So you can make it with the fruit or without the fruit, but I love the fact that I can start this on the stovetop, I can move it into the oven, and I don't have any other dirty dishes. It is good for gas, electric, ceramic, and I'm going to cheat. Induction. Thank you. If you don't know what an induction stovetop is, it's a stovetop that cooks with magnets. Are you putting an induction stovetop in your new house? So cool. I was at a house and
If you shop it, it's kind of hard not to get one.
Induction is really cool because there's really no fire danger on it, because once you remove the pan, there's nothing, there's no heat, there's nothing there at all, and you have to have special cookware for it. All high-end RVs are going to induction, and my guess is in the next several years RVs will all be induction because there's no fire hazard from it. It boils water like remarkably fast. I was at a house and she had induction. I was like, okay, I need to test this, and we put some water in a pan and put it on there, and like literally in less than a minute the water was boiling. It was totally crazy. So it's the last set of cookware you'll buy because it can go with you over the years with the changing of ceramic or induction or whatever cookware you have. The other cool thing is our lids. The lids on the cookware are a tempered glass lid, and which means if you drop it, it's not going to go into big glass shards. Because one of our great things about Tupperware is when people come and say, yes, but I only use glass. Well, glass is one of the #1 injuries that children have in a home is done by glass. So I like that our glass, when my children, if they're messing around in a pan, I mean, how many kids have ever gotten into your cupboard and they pull everything out of the cupboards, right? If you have little kids, it's like a common thing. I love that if my little kids, okay, my little kids are 16 and 18 now, so really they're not digging in any cupboards. But my daughter is 16 and she's cooking. I love that if she drops this, she's not going to get cut because it's tempered glass and it's going to go into those little tiny squares that doesn't cut you. And it's a stay cool handle as well, this little handle here. What I also want to tell you that's great about, so there's a couple ways you can do this. You can buy it, right? I mean, we can all go and buy the cookware. And if you're a consultant, you get a 25% discount, so that's pretty awesome. You, as a new consultant, can work your way through the Confident Start program, and you can earn the entire set of cookware, which is awesome. Or you can be like my fabulous new manager, Star Manager, and you can earn free cookware from your director, because in the Rock On organization, we love to spoil you when you step up. And so we will spoil you with a piece of cookware for stepping up in our organization. And you get free from your director, so you can earn a chance to get 3 free pieces of cookware from your director. So now you've got 2 of them. Okay.
You want this?
My assistant, will you please? Yeah, but we gotta wait for the pressure to go down. But yes, you do need to bring it out. We can show everybody how it's making noises.
I have this,
oh, yeah.
I got
Although it's cool enough that I'm just handling it with my hands. It's not even hot.
yeah.
Look at that.
But it's just like, yeah.
But see, this is.
Scared me.
I know, but this is what I do because I can't follow rules.
Cheater.
Yeah. So, but that's just showing you that there is steam under there. And if I were to open it early, the steam would actually come out and
you can't.
huh? It might be undercooked. Yes. So we're gonna let it sit for the 2 to 4 minutes.
For your makeup.
Yeah, it might be something weird. Okay, so we still have 2 to 4 minutes to talk about something. What would you like to talk about, Candy?
Gee, I just came to tell you where the spoons were at. This was fun.
So I could talk about what else I cook in the pressure cooker.
You have your recipes for us. Did you bring some?
I did. They are in my bag over there. Sky can go find them. So there is a New York bag. It's a white bag. It's got New York skyline on it. Did you go pull those out? Hey, you're on my team. I can put you to work.
I think
I haven't put you to work.
yeah, I don't even know. I just walked by. I really came to get pizza. I want to know the truth, but this is fun.
Yeah, if I can't eat, you can't eat.
I want some cake. Do I have to eat all my pizza to get the cake?
Yeah.
No, you're gonna eat the cake first.
I'm gonna.
Do we have a platter to put the cake on?
You know, let's see what we can find while you talk some more. There you go.
Well, I'm not really going to talk about the quick shake. Okay, I can talk about what I make all the time in this, because obviously if I made cake all the time in this, that would be bad. There is a cake taker, but
You're supposed to try and find something down here first, and then if all else fails.
find the lid to the,
And Heidi stops talking, then I'll go get something over there, but maybe.
that might work.
Go ahead, I'll
It's
measure.
not a lava cake, so that should work. Okay, so what do I normally use this
Perfect.
for in my house? Normally, this is used for our favorite dinner, and I have demoed it for Rock On before, and when I did it, there was a fatal mistake in that video, and so anybody that watched that video, you would find my fatal mistake and laugh hysterically. If you've never watched that, Heather, go watch that video. You will laugh super. It is fantastic. So we don't spread that video anywhere. It just stays on Rock On. Anyway, so I take this. I take a pork tenderloin. I chop it up and I put it here. Or you could use that cubed beef. Or you can take a pot roast. You could use chicken. Any kind of meat that you'd like. Chop it up and put it in here. Dump a thing of salsa in it. And I just buy a thing of deli salsa. It doesn't have to be expensive salsa. It can be any kind of salsa. Dump that on there. And then you want to make sure up to the fill line that your meat that is in your pressure cooker is totally covered with liquid. If you don't, the top of the meat will brown or burn. Okay, so make sure it's covered with liquid. So I've got my pork roast, my thing of salsa, and my chicken broth. Okay, I put the lid in, I put it in the microwave for 30 minutes. I take it out, I let the pressure go down. Oh, look at the pressure's down on that. I let the pressure go down. I take it out and my pork shreds or my beef or my chicken. I spoon using our slotted spoon. I spoon some of that salsa out, and then I take a tortilla. I put the shredded pork or beef or chicken on it. I put a little of that warm salsa, sour cream, guacamole, whatever, yumminess, right? And make tacos for my family, and my entire family will actually eat dinner when I do that, which is a rarity because I don't know, they all like different things. Okay, so that's gone down. So now I can safely open this. It looks pretty good. Let's see how it looks safely. Wow. So there it is. And we are going to,
Yeah, we need some, the spatula maybe?
Here's the big one, here's the small one.
Did you wash that? Oh, wait. These are plastic, it's not metal, so. I'm gonna go around the edge, but it didn't stick. I mean, look at that. It's
No,
just pulling right off.
off.
Pulling right off.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
I'm
we need
impressed.
We need to spoon this stuff out.
Oh, I thought I was gonna get it.
Oh, I just handing you the pressure cooker.
I'm not really washing this stuff, I'm just eating it.
So I will tell you this, I followed the recipe to a T, and I think when I did it before, I dumped half the batter in, put the peanut butter cups, mixed the other half with the chocolate, and dumped that on top. And I think I liked it better because the peanut butter cups kind of all just kind of stuck to the bottom there. So, okay, and then there's our frosting.
I'm showing them that it's not.
Well, it's not really stuck though. I bet you can wash that out really, really easy. And so then I just take our frosting,
Sugar.
powdered sugar, peanut butter, and milk.
Wow. She can put no hand application. Just a 4.
Wow. And there's a cake, and I will slice a piece using our cheese knife because that's the only knife that we have.
You have lots of time. What would you like?
Can I have a plate? Is what I'd like because I want to show them
Ask
that.
for a platter.
I know I asked for a platter, and now I'm going to ask for a plate.
Paper plate at the. There was some blue ones right somewhere.
Okay, that'll work.
You can be the assistant to the assistant.
I know. I guess the assistant needs an assistant. Yeah, that's the way that works. Okay, because what I wanted to show you was how it isn't a big thing of mush, although I couldn't get it out of here really well. It's actually really crumbly, like a regular cake. So, which was surprising to me because I really expected that I was just going to get a big pile of mush when I did this. So now everybody here live gets to have peanut butter cake. Sorry, you at home, you will have to get your own pressure cooker and make it yourself. And we will post the comments.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
We will post the recipe in the comments. Oh my goodness. I can't take her anywhere.
Sorry.
I can't take
Are you done?
Showed up here.
Because I tried to eat it
Should we shut it down?
I don't know.
I think we're all done. Bye, everybody.
I do think that Kirsten's scanning it in the recipe.
And meeting.